First Chronicles chapter 11, verse 1. Then all Israel gathered before David at Hebron and told him, "We are your own flesh and blood." Verse 2. In the past, even when Saul was king, you were the one who really led the forces of Israel. And the Lord your God told you, "You will be the shepherd of my people Israel. You will be the leader of my people Israel." Verse 3. So there at Hebron, David made a covenant before the Lord with all the elders of Israel, and they anointed him king of Israel, just as the Lord had promised through Samuel. Verse 4. Then David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, or Jebus, as it used to be called, where the Jebusites, the original inhabitants of the land, were living. Verse 5. The people of Jebus taunted David, saying, "You will never get in here." But David captured the fortress of Zion, which is now called the city of David. Verse 6. David had said to his troops, "Whoever is first to attack the Jebusites will become the commander of my armies." And Joab, the son of David's sister Zeruiah, was the first to attack, so he became the commander of David's armies. Verse 7. David made the fortress his home, and that is why it is called the city of David. Verse 8. He extended the city from the supporting terraces to the surrounding area, while Joab rebuilt the rest of Jerusalem. Verse 9. And David became more and more powerful, because the Lord of heaven's armies was with him. Verse 10. These are the leaders of David's mighty warriors. Together with all Israel, they decided to make David their king, just as the Lord had promised concerning Israel. Verse 11. Here is the record of David's mightiest warriors. The first was Jashobeam, the Hakmonite, who was the leader of the three, the mightiest warriors among David's men. He once used his spear to kill 300 enemy warriors in a single battle. Verse 12. Next in rank among the three was Eleazar, son of Dodai, a descendant of Ahoah. Verse 13. He was with David when the Philistines gathered for battle at Pas-dammim and attacked the Israelites in a field full of barley. The Israelite army fled. Verse 14. But Eleazar and David held their ground in the middle of the field and beat back the Philistines. So the Lord saved them by giving them a great victory. Verse 15. Once when David was at the rock near the cave of Adullam, the Philistines' army was camped in the valley of Rephaim. The three who were among the 30, an elite group among David's fighting men, went down to meet him there. Verse 16. David was staying in the stronghold at the time, and a Philistine detachment had occupied the town of Bethlehem. Verse 17. David remarked longingly to his men, "Oh, how I would love some of that good water from the well by the gate in Bethlehem." Verse 18. So the three broke through the Philistine lines, drew some water from the well by the gate in Bethlehem, and brought it back to David. But David refused to drink it. Instead, he poured it out as an offering to the Lord. Verse 19. "God forbid that I drink this," he exclaimed. "This water is as precious as the blood of these men who risked their lives to bring it to me." So David did not drink it. These are the examples of the exploits of the three. Verse 20. Abishai, the brother of Joab, was the leader of the 30. He once used his spear to kill 300 enemy warriors in a single battle. It was by such feats that he became as famous as the three. Verse 21. Abishai was the most famous of the 30 and was their commander, though he was not one of the three. Verse 22. There was also Benaiah son of Jehoiada, a valiant warrior from Kabzeel. He did many heroic deeds, which included killing 2 champions of Moab. Another time, on a snowy day, he chased a lion down into a pit and killed it. Verse 23. Once, armed only with a club, he killed an Egyptian warrior who was 71 by 2 feet tall and who was armed with a spear as thick as a weaver's beam. Benaiah wrenched the spear from the Egyptian's hand and killed him with it. Verse 24. Deeds like these made Benaiah as famous as the three mightiest warriors. Verse 25. He was more honored than the other members of the 30, though he was not one of the three, and David made him captain of his bodyguard. Verse 26. David's mighty warriors also include Asahel, Joab's brother, Elhanan, son of Dodo from Bethlehem. Verse 27. Shammah from Harod, Heles from Pelon. Verse 28. Ira, son of Achish from Tekoa, Ebiezer from Anathoth. Verse 29. Sibekai from Hushah, Zalmon from Ahoah. Verse 30. Mahariel from Natophah, Heles, son of Bana from Natophah. Verse 31. Ithai, son of Ribai from Gibeah, in the land of Benjamin. Benaiah from Pirathon. Verse 32. Hurai, near Nahel-Gash. Abi-Abom from Arabah. Verse 33. Azamoveth from Buharim. Eliabah from Shalbom. Verse 34. The sons of Jashen from Gihon. Jonathan, son of Shagi from Harel. Verse 35. Ahiem, son of Sharel from Harel. Eliphal, son of Ir. Verse 36. Hefer from Makirah. Ahijah from Pilon. Verse 37. Hezro from Carmel. Pariah, son of Isbai. Verse 38. Joel, the brother of Nathan. Mibhar, son of Hagri. Verse 39. Zelek from Hemon. Ammon. Nahariah from Beeroth, the armor-bearer of Joab, son of Zeruiah. Verse 40. Ira from Jathiel. Gareb from Jathiel. Verse 41. Uriah the Hittite. Zabab, son of Ahalel. Verse 42. Adina, son of Shizar, the Reubenite leader, who had 30 men with him. Verse 43. Hanan, son of Maacah. Joshaphat from Mithna. Verse 44. Uzziah from Asheroth. Shammah and Jeiel, the sons of Hotham from Aroi. Verse 45. Jathiel, son of Shimri. Joha, his brother, from Thiz. Verse 46. Eliel from Mahava. Jaribai and Josh-Havia, the sons of Elnam. Ithamar from Moab. Verse 47. Eliel and Obed. Jasiel and Jobah. Amen.